right, well, I'm standing here inside the bug shell. What I've noticed here is I've got an issue here on my light where somehow this must have rusted and somebody cut, I guess the previous owner cut this out in this shape with these two little points. So I need to just make that look good. So what I've done is I took this piece of sheet metal and I was holding it up like this, and I set it in here. You can see I traced with a pencil, let's see, traced it like this with the pencil right there so you can see the shape of that. Well, that light is pretty bright. Let's see. You can see the shape that I've traced on here. It looks like this. So it's a kind of a snaggletooth shape, and I'm going to cut this out with the Dremel, and then I'm going to put it in place there with the magnet and get ready to try to weld that in. So out here I have my Dremel. Let's see if I can cut this piece out. Holder, see if it actually is the right shape. It's always a bit of excitement. Back under. Oh, this thing is a little bit hot. Okay, so let's see. Here's my spot, and here is my little piece. You know, looks pretty good. I think it's gonna be fine. So what I'm gonna do is just set this up like that. Maybe it's all right. So I look at that, you know, probably will work. I'm gonna have to clamp this a little bit better in place, and then see if I can make this piece work there. I think that's gonna work great. There's a little gap, and then once I get that in place, I will kind of grind it down, try to bend it so that it looks good. All right, next step is, well, I need a clamp that's going to hold this a little bit better. Well, that's my first iteration, and you know, I'm going to be frank, it just doesn't look very good. So, you know, I got this in. It roughly has the right shape, but I need to like speckle dot this with a whole bunch of little welds, and then eventually I'm gonna get this thing to be the right shape. Just, you know, I have the welder on as low as I can put it, and it still blasts through it. So, you know, I have to just touch it, and it still blasts holes through it. So it's you know, you know, it's there, but and I think that the way this clips in with these screws, it's not going to matter, you know, if it's a little thick on the back side here, and nobody's going to see what's back there, including these little pieces of weld material like this, that. All right, well, this is my latest. So let's see. shape is pretty decent. It's a little thickness under here, right there. There's kind of a ball. Here there's a couple of little pock marks, and so I don't know, you know, I guess I could go over this once or twice more. Probably needs a little more grinding. All right, well, here's my fix. It's a little bumpy, and there's one little area here that I'll probably just tap again with the. But you know, I think eventually I'll go over this with a little bit of Bondo, and eventually that light is just going to plug in here, and it'll cover the sort of the edge of this. So, you know, I wish I were better at that skill, but I'm slowly getting a little bit better. Another thing that's probably worth thinking about already is that I'll probably put shoulder belts in the way I did in the bus, which means that here, and I don't know what this actual thing is for, but I will probably put in a shoulder belt, you know, whatever it takes here and here. I'm gonna look up what this was on a 61, this little guy here. Yeah, other than that, I'm gonna work on that front deck lid right there, and you can see how little I have scraped off. I mean, in terms of wire brushed off. I'm just gonna see if I can get that whole thing on the top side down to bare metal today.